Now, I totally agree that human beings deserve grace for the things that they've been through. However, giving people grace doesn't mean that we shouldn't call them out on the things that they do. And yes, of course, a lot of these older generation people have been through wars, dictatorships, immigration, racism when it comes to here, xenophobia. When I say here, I mean the UK, xenophobia, etc., etc. However, that does not provide them with an excuse to treat people badly. And this may throw some people off, but I'm going to use their own logic against them. A lot of African parents are incredibly religious, right? Whether that means going to mosque or going to church, right? And if I'm talking about Christianity, a lot of the principles of Christianity are about loving people, right? And showing people love. I've witnessed people go through so much awful stuff in the community, and all of the things that I've literally seen them learn things on Sunday and say to each other, oh yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do this for the community, blah blah, on Sunday, and then during the week something happens to a member of the community and they completely dismiss it, and that person is alienated and feels the terrible effects of the situation they're going through, whether it be DV, assault, all sorts. The trauma that generation experienced is not an excuse for bad behavior. And I'm going to throw a spanner in the works. There's a lot of things that our parents had access to that we no longer have. My parents paid £2,000 deposit for a mortgage. Their student loans were a lot lower than ours currently are. They had Margaret Thatcher to deal with, fair enough, but nurseries and daycare was incredibly inexpensive. If we really want to do Oppression Olympics, we can do it, because there's certain things that they had a lot of access to that have been taken and stolen from us and have actually derailed a lot of our life plans. And the trauma that they inflicted on our generation, are we now going to use that same excuse of, oh, give us grace, when we're inflicting harm onto the next generation? Talking about, oh, well, my mum did this to me, or my dad did this to me, or the church did this to me, or the elders did this. And so it's completely understandable and acceptable that I should treat you badly too. No, I'm sorry. We have to draw a line in the sand and say, no, the butt stops here. The generational curse ends here. I'm not going to carry this curse on to the next generation with me. And I am a little bit resentful of the whole give them grace thing, because people only tend to use that phrase when someone has been called out on bad behavior. When someone's been called out on traumatic, terrible, dangerous behavior. All of a sudden talking about, oh, give them grace, give them grace, give them grace. If we keep on using that as an excuse, at what point does a generation find healing?